Okay, I'm gonna try to keep my glasses on today. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Okay, bless. Just so I can see. I'm gonna try to keep my glasses on so I can see. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna put the microphone a little bit closer and we'll just shuffle around it. So let's get into it. Welcome, Cancer. Today's live reading is going to be a rest of January predictions. As the title suggests, we're going to have a look at what the sign of Cancer can expect for the rest of this month. You are welcome to cross-watch. This reading, however, is intended for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. You're more than welcome to draw information or messages from this reading from any other aspect of your natal chart, but that is how I am intending to do this reading. So before we get into it, I highly recommend that you have something that you set an intention for this reading. An intention could be to gather specific information from these messages, whether that's a specific topic you would like me to cover or some sort of clarity you're seeking. Set that intention as the viewer, and I'm going to set my intention as your reader. So Spirit, please tune me into Cancer's energy. Please help me offer Cancer the most clear, honest messages about the rest of January. What is happening in January for Cancer? The first card that's coming out for you is the Feminine card in the reverse position. What is happening for the rest of January for Cancer? We also have Gemini coming out for you. What else is happening? And your last card is Mars, Cancer. Okay, at the back of the deck is the waning crescent moon. So for all the fire signs, I'm pretty sure it was waning gibbous moon. Y'all are getting the crescent moon. So we're seeing here a slow transition into new possibilities. The waning crescent moon gives you enough darkness to be able to embrace new ideas, to be able to think about what you want to leave behind, and to be able to create room for new manifestations. So the rest of January is about transitioning, and it's about clearing space. What do you need to let go of? What else can you leave behind? Because the month of January is a transition month for you. So let's have a look at how that applies to each of your three themes. We're going to start with the feminine energy over here. And the feminine energy is reversed as your first primary theme. When the first card comes out, it usually represents your consciousness. These are things that you're actively focused on. For feminine to be reversed, you guys are actively focusing on not giving too much of yourself away. You guys may be focusing more on boundaries and ensuring that you're saving the best for yourself. Feminine energy, when it's blocked like this, can also be a form of self-preservation, making sure that you're not doing too much and burning out too quickly. So January seems to be a month in which you're in this balancing act of self-care, as well as having healthy boundaries, as well as making sure that if there is something you need to do, you have the energy to be able to do it. Your hormone health could be especially important to you for the rest of January. Let's get some tarot out now to really delve into that theme and figure out how it's impacting you. What does the rest of January have in store for Cancer? We have the Eight of Cups reversed. What does the rest... Okay. We have the Three of Cups upright. And at the back of the deck is the Chariot. Apologies for my really squeaky chair. We have the Chariot, which is your card, Cancer. Love to see it. Love it when your cards come out for you. So with the Chariot being upright, there is a feeling of determination. There's some specific personal goals that you have that you're very focused on and you're very motivated towards making sure that you do these things before the end of January. These personal goals involve very special people in your life. Friends, could be siblings, could be a partner, but the goals are centered around having some fun time together, some downtime together, but also kind of having some sort of celebration or a specific event together. And this is in the next 2 weeks for most of you. It doesn't have to be as full blown as like a birthday party, but it definitely feels like you're very focused on taking action towards spending time with your key loved ones in a fun environment that incorporates laughter and you don't have to stress. Because you're a cardinal sign, you're taking a lot of emotional responsibility of this. And it's to the point where with the Eight of Cups reversed, you're kind of revisiting old fears, old patterns, and specifically how these fears and patterns negatively impact how much you do versus how much you get back. There are some people here who you feel like you're having to overcompensate for in order to get this done, because they're just not giving as much as you're giving and the deadline's approaching. And you all want to enjoy your time together. You all want to have fun together. So it feels like, once again, Cancer's the one that has to do more in order to get everybody there. You guys are feeling like, with the Eight of Cups reversed, as much as this is a reoccurring issue, it's not something that you want to cut out of your life completely. Your relationship to the people who do this to you is more than the issue at hand, according to you. But I do feel like other people are noticing it with the Three of Cups. Other people are seeing how you're treated, Cancer, and they're noticing how it's not fair. And that if you weren't the one doing something about it, none of these things would ever happen. So you're kind of denying yourself your true feminine energy in this situation by, by having to step into a more masculine energy. So that's what our first theme is really telling us. And unfortunately, this isn't the first time it's happened. It's not going to be the last time it's happened. You're going to see it as, well, it's not that bad. I don't really have to make any changes yet with the Eight of Cups. Other people are noticing, and it's going to be something that other people bring up to you as well, which is why I think we have Gemini as your second theme, because Gemini is observant. Gemini wants to make some sort of point. And this card is talking about communication and how, you know what, I got to take these glasses off. Every time I look down, they slip down my nose, and it's just not helpful. Let me just wipe my nose, because my eye is going to leak a lot more now that I'm not wearing my glasses, but we'll see. So, as I was saying, Gemini is a communicator. Gemini notices things, and Gemini wants to talk about what they've noticed. So in the next 2 weeks, there is a conversation that is happening, and it's a very important conversation. It's one of your main themes. This conversation is not only going to happen consciously, as in somebody's been thinking about this for a while and now they have the opportunity to communicate it, but it's going to be something that impacts you subconsciously. It's going to be the kind of conversation where you have a response and then you go away and you think about it and you're like, oh, I kind of wish I would have said more, or I have more that I think now. You got to process this kind of conversation is what I mean. So Spirit, what is going on with this Gemini theme for Cancer in the rest of January? Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles upright. So where we had friendship over here and potentially siblings, we have family. These could be cousins, these could be parents, colleagues, people who value our time and who are connected to us in a supportive way. This conversation is going to happen so that you can all work better together. You have common goals, and the point of having this conversation is to make sure that you're all working towards those common goals, working to cooperate, working to mutually expand and It could be a conversation that's facilitated by like a parent or a boss, an employee. It feels like someone's reaching out to you and it's inspiring more collaboration. Ten of Swords reversed. It's also a gesture that salvages a relationship that was on the rocks. So before the end of January, whoever's reaching out to you is someone who you thought you'd seen the end of. There was no official ending, but the lack of communication made you go, okay, well, if they wanted to see me, they would communicate, they would reach out. So this person's reaching out and they're saying, hey, Cancer, remember me? And you're going, damn, this is some hard feelings to get through. With the Queen of Cups at the back of the deck reversed, the Queen of Cups reversed is someone who may feel even a little bit emotionally confused, but definitely guarded. You're protecting your heart space. You're doing what you need to do with the Three of Pentacles because you're a good person and because you have common goals. If this is a colleague, you're willing to work with them, but there's this feeling of I still don't trust you. With the Ten of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, my intuition is telling me that I don't trust you and I shouldn't trust you yet. I need more time. If this is a family member or somebody who you had a stronger relationship with and they've just been ignoring you or not prioritizing you, now they feel compelled to. Why do they feel compelled to, Spirit? Why is this person coming back around? The Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got until it's gone. This person wants the happy ending and they want you to be a part of it. Whether this is a platonic connection, a romantic connection, Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. This person is coming back around because they don't want your relationship to hit rock bottom. They still have a lot of feelings for you within whatever capacity your relationship was, right? Whether this is platonic or romantic, they still have feelings for you. They still see a future with you. They still want their Cancer in their life because with the Ten of Cups here, you're the one that brings, right? You're the one that does. You're the one that provides. They miss that. They want that. They can't live without that. So with the Page of Pentacles reversed, there's parts of this person that have matured, but they're still learning. They're still learning. And this kind of reminds me of like when you enter a rehabilitation program and part of your 12 steps is to apologize and ask for forgiveness. That's kind of like what this person is doing. Ten of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. It's like, I don't know everything, but I do know that I was wrong. So I'm apologizing, but I'm still learning. So you've got to go easy on me. That's what it feels like. A Page of Pentacles reversed is someone who's still prone to making mistakes, but this time around, they're experienced enough to apologize and to try to, or to want to learn more. This person honestly doesn't know how you're going to receive them. They're hoping that they can come through with some sort of grand gesture. The Knight of Cups is a token as well. So think of, somebody showing up with flowers, somebody making a public sort of apology, that kind of stuff. It's quite grand. It grabs your attention. It can also be a little emotionally manipulative because then you're seen as a bad person for rejecting that person's gift. You're seen as a bad person for wanting space, especially if this happens in a public setting. So it's honestly up to you. I can see with the Queen of Cups reversed, you don't trust them and you're doing whatever you need to do in the situation to get along with this person. But this person is going to want to spend more time with you. across the end of January to really try to mend things with you, especially if you have a family connection to this person. They honestly miss you genuinely. And I do think that this person is still not in the best space, but I think that they will respect whatever boundaries you have and they will actively be working on this connection. So that's what I'm seeing for you, sweet souls. Let's look at the last theme. Usually the third theme is more subconscious, and we're seeing Mars energy here. So we know that you have masculine distortion on your feminine energy, but here's why. With Mars, you have a lot of desire to not only achieve the things that you put your mind to, but to do it as quickly as possible. Now, the recent full moon, I'm filming this and going live on the 17th of January in Australian Eastern Standard Time. So the recent full moon was in your sign and it was encouraging people. I'm pretty sure Mars is still in retrograde as well. It was encouraging people to slow down. Most people, in terms of their signs, were encouraged to slow down, to not rush and to just plan and to feel and to release. It was not a time to create or to actively manifest. It was a time to think, a time to, have some sort of plan in place so that once everybody's energy felt more ready, we were going to act. Your subconscious has been begging for action. And by the end of this month, it's going to feel like you have a motor inside of you that is really trying to full steam ahead, actively achieve the things that are on your mind. You're going to feel restless and you're also going to feel inspired. So there's a lot of creative energy behind this Mars energy. There's also a lot of willpower, which means that you are likely to want to finish things that you've been putting off. You're likely to want to start something full steam ahead so that you don't have to worry about it next month. And you're also likely to want to do this without being able to communicate it properly to the people around you, because a Mars energy thinks that they can do it all by themselves. And this is where we see your cardinal aspects come into play as well. You think you can do this all by yourself. I'm not saying you can't, but let's see what Tarot has to say. Spirit, how is this Mars energy impacting Cancer? How is this Mars energy impacting Cancer? Oh, I'm going to keep shuffling. That's too many cards. Too many cards. How is this Mars energy? That's exactly what I needed. Bless. At the back of the deck is the Two of Cups reversed. Okay, so before I reveal the two cards that flew out of the deck for you, let's talk about your bottom deck energy. Two of Cups reversed. Subconsciously, you guys are feeling like it's been very hard to compromise with the people around you. You may have had some relationships go through turbulence over the holiday period and the month of January specifically. So for the rest of the month, you're still thinking about the fact that you're not seeing eye to eye with some important people in your life. These are people who you have some sort of strong connection to, but you also have a desire to make decisions with these people in order to achieve more with these people. Now, family is coming through really strongly for you. It feels like the loved ones in your life aren't able to really see your perspective, and you may have people that are just butting heads with you. They're just not able to understand why you want to do things and the way that you want to do things. In the rest of January, these differences are really going to be quite obvious, to the point where with the Two of Cups reversed, you're going to think to yourself, well, I'm better off trying to achieve this by myself. I'm better off doing this alone. I'm better off just, putting my head down and trying to get through it by myself, because these people are not only unreliable, but they don't want the same things that I want. You still have love for these people. You just can't understand where they're coming from. They can't understand where you're coming from. And so no one's winning in that situation. Now, the two tarot cards that I pulled for you are both major arcana. We have the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. both reversed, Cancer. Now, this energy is Taurus and mostly Sagittarius, but there's a little bit of Pisces there as well, in case those astrological signs are significant. There are themes here of feeling really stuck. It feels like you've been carrying the weight of potential and expectations of growth for so long that you're struggling to see when these things are going to come into fruition. With the Empress card reversed, it's like your pregnancy has been prolonged to the point where it's hard to imagine what the baby even is. You've been so used to being pregnant. What does a child even mean at this point? And if we can relate that to other areas of your life, you've had certain goals, certain ideas, certain intentions for so long, and they've been so unappreciated by other people in your life that it's hard for you to even imagine these being reality. They just feel like dreams, and they feel like they're just going to continue to be a figment because they haven't been able to come into fruition. You're really struggling subconsciously to understand the direction that your life is taking and to understand if you're growing the way that you want to. So subconsciously, you feel like you're falling behind with this Mars energy. You feel like you're not meeting the milestones that your journey is needing. And you kind of think that it's because of the people in your life. It's because of either the friendships you have, the supportive people that you have, not really being able to fully support you. And with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, you also feel like the timing of everything has just been off, as though you've been dealt a series of unfortunate events. So subconsciously, you're really questioning where to from here. And with the Wheel reversed, you're wondering if Mars is ever going to be able to support your way forward. You want to use Mars's energy to tackle the things that you want to do this year, but you feel like you're at a disadvantage because it just never seems to come into fruition. So this almost feels like a subconscious feeling of, if I just had more support, I would be more ready. I would feel like I was ready to be a parent. I would feel like I was ready to start my own business. I would feel like I was ready to be a student again, or to expand my career, or to really take that time off that I need to look after myself. So until that happens, or until pigs fly with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, you've just got all of this energy that's brewing into anger with Mars upright. By the end of January, you could be in a big mood with the people who are closest to you, feeling as though they just don't support your dreams. They're not able to look outside of themselves and to see eye to eye with you. So it's a heavy feeling. I kind of want to figure out if we can get some more information. Hi, sweet souls. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad this is helpful for you. Let's see if we can close by getting some advice, because this is a heavy feeling. What is going on? What advice does Cancer need with this Mars energy? Wow. Spirit's indicating you've already got all the answers. How frustrating. You already have all the answers you need. Then why are we here? Because it's too much. Like, it's too much. When is breaking point at this stage, Cancer? 10 of Wands upright. Honestly, your advice is to examine the amount you carry on your shoulders. You have a lot of responsibility. The load that you carry is heavy, and your life is burdened with energy that other people would and could and should be taking off your back. Because not only is the 10 of Wands about us having too many responsibilities, but it indicates that we have the tendency to take on other people's responsibilities. So your advice is to examine the load that you're carrying, and how can you delegate? How can you give some of that back? The first card that flew out of the deck is the Ace of Swords reversed. Spirit is saying you already have ideas. You need to start implementing them. You're very educated. You're the oracle in your life. and the ideas that you have are worth exploring, revisiting, and communicating. If the right people aren't acknowledging that within you, the very least that you can do is at least validate yourself, validate your own feelings, validate your own ideas, and make sure that you're taking actions that you can for self in that respect, because the ideas that you already have are extremely helpful in alleviating the burdens in this situation. And the last two tarot cards for advice are the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, both reversed. Ace of Wands reversed is about a rebirth. It's about making something out of a false start. Instead of beating yourself up about how things didn't work out, we use that ignition source and that idea to generate something new. When an Ace of Wands falls apart, it's because it's the universe trying to redirect us. So don't give up, but examine what is left in the rubble of this Ace of Wands. Instead of it being a match, maybe all we're left with is the matchstick. But there's still something to make out of this, and Spirit is encouraging you to not give up with that Ace of Wands. But you may need a creative idea instead of your original plan. With the Page of Wands reversed, I honestly think you guys need to recognize how you've outgrown your environment, your relationships, and some of the people around you. This is you restricting your ability to experience certain things in life because you're holding yourself back for other people. You're wiser, you're more educated, and you're more hungry for life than you give yourself credit for. So don't hold yourself back just to fit in with other people, and don't let other people's immaturity stop you from experiencing things that your soul is craving with the Page of Wands reversed. If you constantly put things off, you're always going to run out of time. That's what Spirit's saying with that. So I'm going to leave your reading there, sweet souls. I'm going to have to recharge and get onto Scorpio next. But I hope this has been helpful for you. It's been an absolute privilege to read for you, to be a part of your journey. I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy for the rest of your January month. Thank you for tuning in and exchanging energy with me. Until we meet again, bye.